This is a special edition of K2 News on your side.
Now when they don't comply, at least we have teeth. We have the threat of a fine and we have the threat of jail time.
Starting Monday, the city of Portland will begin enforcement of its homeless camping ban. Good evening. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Steve Dunn.
I'm Deborah Knapp. This means if somebody is offered reasonable shelter and refuses, they could be cited $100 or end up in jail. K2's Emily Gersh joins us live from downtown Portland after speaking with the mayor about how the city will enforce the ban. So, Emily, what are the changes people can expect to see?
Yeah, Deb, well, Mayor Wheeler says people are already noticing the impacts of existing bans on high crash corridors and safe routes to school. He says when this ban goes into enforcement on Monday, more people will notice a difference. Here's what people can expect. The mayor says the ordinance will focus on camps that present the greatest health and safety risks. Police will coordinate with the city's Street Services Coordination Center before handing out tickets or making arrests. Street Services will evaluate the high priority camps for code violations and assess previous outreach efforts and impacts to the wider community. Street Services will then decide whether a camp needs more outreach before referring it to police. Officers from the neighborhood response team will then visit the camp and take appropriate enforcement actions. Now, earlier today, Multnomah County Chair Jessica Vega Peterson announced the county is pausing the purchase of tents and tarps as city and county leaders continue talks on renewing a 3-year homelessness response action plan. We asked the mayor about this. What do you think it says about the partnership between the city and the county when the county is handing out tents and tarps and the city is trying to pass a camping ordinance?
I think it says that you have two separate governments. One, the county that is engaged in human services, public health, behavioral health, addiction treatment, and the like, but they don't get the calls from angry Portlanders who say there's a homeless camp in my park, or there's a homeless camp in my riverway, or in a sensitive environmental area, or there's a homeless camp abutting my child's school. We get those calls. And nobody wants to be the entity responsible for cleaning up the needles, the litter, the graffiti, the human feces, but that's the city's job.
Now, the city says there's about 5,400 people living on the streets and only enough shelter space for half of them. The mayor says he wants people to be able to move in and out of the shelters and not stay there. Now, the mayor says residents can report unsanctioned camps by calling 311. They can also access a map of the city's most problematic campsites on their website. We'll also share a link to it on our website, katu.com. We're live in downtown Portland. Emily Gersh, K2 News.
Emily, thank you. Just heard Emily mention that city-county homelessness response action plan. The Portland City Council delayed its vote to approve the plan today. The main sticking point, who serves on an oversight committee to track the plan's progress. Mayor Wheeler wants primarily government officials. Commissioners Dan Ryan and Carmen Rubio think it's important the community is involved.
There should be service providers represented, that there should be business interests represented, that there should be taxpayer interests represented. I agree with that. I just don't think from a functionality perspective they should be voting members of this committee.
I'm a firm believer that you have to add some community members with a vested interest, but aren't getting money from the system to be at the table.
City Council will now take up that plan next Wednesday, July 3rd.
Police are on the hunt for the person or people who shot and killed a man in North Portland. Happened just after 5:45 this morning near North Atlantic and Buffalo. When police arrived, they found the man dead. If you know anything about this case, contact officers.
FBI searching for a man they think has critical information about a child victim in a sex assault case. These images of John Doe 48 are from an October 2023 video. FBI believes he's between 45 and 65 years old. He has dark hair, a gray beard, and a tattoo on each of his forearms. The man is seen in the back of a 2018-2019 Nissan NV cargo van wearing a blue T-shirt and dark-colored hat. If you recognize him, submit a tip line online or call 1-800-CALL-FBI. That's 1-800-CALL-FBI.
A Portland City employee who also served as a Little League softball coach is in custody tonight, accused of looking at child porn online. According to court documents, Matthew Hoyt was arrested at Gabriel Park in southwest Portland. The affidavit claims Homeland Security was alerted to his alleged activity in online chat rooms in late April. Investigators were also able to link Hoyt to 5 complaints on a child exploitation tip line dating back to October 2023. He's due in court in July. Beaverton School District confirms Westview High School's football coach has resigned. Jamal Jones is accused of shaking and slapping students awake early yesterday morning. The students were staying at Linfield University for a football camp. In a statement to K2, the district says more information is coming soon, but their goal is to work to ensure our players and their families feel safe returning to the Westview football program, and for our student athletes to be able to look forward to a successful season. District says the process of identifying an interim head coach is already underway. Jones is also a Hillsborough police officer. The department confirms he's on administrative leave now. K2 News has reached out to the department for an update on his employment status. Washington's Attorney General announcing today plans for a statewide hate crimes hotline. The rollout is starting with a pilot program in 3 counties. We want to get right to K2's Shelby Slaughter. She's on your side digging into when this hotline will go live. So Shelby, Clark County is part of this test.
Yeah, Deb, it's because of the high hate crime rate. So back in 2022, Vancouver police reported 113 hate crimes to the FBI. A new number to call when you see or experience a hate crime. Clark, King, and Spokane counties are part of a pilot program launching next year. Washington State Attorney General and candidate for governor Bob Ferguson says the line is designed to help in a number of ways.
Some folks may want to talk to law enforcement and to have charges potentially filed. Great, we can connect them there.
Ferguson says the hotline will also provide resources and referrals to people who live in those areas. The Queer Youth Resource Center says this is a positive thing. We are excited that Clark County will be represented as one of its pilot locations and are hopeful this program will help marginalized groups feel safe in their local environments. Tracking these calls is one thing. Holding people accountable for crimes is another, something I asked Ferguson about.
Obviously, reporting them is one thing, but how will you and your office make sure that these calls are getting fulfilled and going to the right people and even solving some of these crimes?
Well, that's why we're starting with the pilot program, to make sure that we start with a relatively small group, 3 counties, so that when someone does call, we're able to connect them with different resources that are appropriate to the person who's calling, what their needs are.
The hotline program is expected to launch next year. The goal is to take it statewide by January 2027. And Ferguson tells me that these hate crimes are often unreported. So one way that they're looking to combat that is offering an option to file anonymously when you call next year. Reporting live in Vancouver, I'm Shelby Slaughter, K2 News.
Shelby, thank you. Progress tonight on the Darlene 3 fire burning south of Lapine. The Northwest Interagency Coordination Center reports it's now at 30% containment. Look at those pictures. The fire started yesterday, quickly exploded to 2,400 acres. They list 400 homes under threat right now. A Clackamas County fire crew is there helping with that firefight. The cause of that fire is still under investigation now.
The 30% containment, good news, but they're not getting helped out with the wind.
No, as a matter of fact, they're still seeing some very gusty winds there today. They're out of the west-southwest, about 15, 25 miles an hour. It's going to continue for the next few hours. Good news is temperatures are a little bit cooler on the east side of the Cascades as they are on the west side of the Cascades. But that being said, our fire weather watch, we're still keeping a very close eye on what's going on over there. We have a red flag warning up now for a good portion of south central and southeastern Oregon through at least 8 o'clock this evening. Very dry conditions on the east side of the Cascades, not just here, but all over the eastern side of the state. And again, maximum winds we've been seeing about 25 to 30 miles an hour. Humidity very low as well, down to about the 10 to 15% level. So again, dangerous wildfire conditions continue east side of the Cascades. Our weather headlines, again, scattered showers, cloudy skies, mostly cloudy skies and cool. And of course, those wildfires continue to burn on the east side of the Cascades and parts of central Oregon. Over on the Oregon coast, mostly cloudy skies here, as you can see, 61 degrees the current temperature. There have been a few showers up on the North Oregon coast and the South Washington coastline, but so far nothing has gotten as far south as the Lincoln City area. And again, here in the Portland area, up on top of the Unico U.S. Bancorp Tower, 69 degrees the temperature. Mostly cloudy skies and winds now out of the south at about 9 miles an hour. One more camera to show you Overcast skies in Vancouver from our C-Tran camera there up on top of the Vancouver Library. And again, temperature now sitting at 69 degrees. Now, here are the highs today. Hit 71 here in Portland. That's 5 below average for this time of the year. 70 up in Vancouver. There you have the Dows, which yesterday was in the mid-90s. Today they're mid-70s. 86 this afternoon for Redmond. 89 in Pendleton and 94 out east in the Baker City area. So I'll bring in the radar map. And again, as you can see right here, some passing showers. Nothing getting into Lincoln City, Tillamook area. A little bit of light rain up on the Long Beach Peninsula. Some of those showers will make their way inland later on this evening. Here's our satellite map. And as you can see, there's the center of that low pressure right there. And as you can see, there is that front beginning to move onshore with increasing clouds and a little bit of light precipitation. Now, the timeline for this later this evening, going into early on Thursday. And again, our rainfall amounts, not all that impressive, maybe a few hundredths to perhaps 1/10 of an inch. And then by late Thursday afternoon, higher pressure begins to build in. We dry out and have fair, dry, and warmer weather back in the forecast as we head in towards Friday. So again, how much rain in the next 24 hours? Again, not all that much, maybe 5 to 6 hundredths out at PDX, maybe about 1/10 of an inch down towards Wilsonville, 3 hundredths up in Hillsborough, and close to 1/10 of an inch up in the Vancouver area over the next 24. So your forecast on Thursday for the coast, morning showers, then sun breaks by late morning going in towards the afternoon. 61 for your high for Astoria, 65 for Lincoln City and Newport, a few more sun breaks down there. In the meantime, for the Willamette Valley, partly sunny skies, some scattered showers in the morning, a little bit warmer, 72 in McMinnville, 74 for Salem, and 72 out in the east side in Troutdale. For the Gorge and the Cascades, partly sunny skies, may see a few morning showers, say around the Corbett area out towards the west end of the Gorge, Multnomah Falls. Tomorrow's high for Hood River at 69 degrees, 54 tomorrow up at Government Camp. Central and eastern Oregon, partly cloudy skies, still breezy in the afternoon. 74 for the high in Pendleton and 72 in Bend. Tonight for Portland will drop down to 55. Tomorrow's high right at 70, up to 80 for you on Friday. There you have Saturday, 81 degrees, and then 79 for Sunday. Monday is the first day of July, and we'll have dry and partly cloudy skies with highs in the 70s.
Did you say the first day of July?
First day of
Summer's
July.
already zipping by.
Zipping through, yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
Well, the Supreme Court appears poised to allow emergency abortions in Idaho. That's according to Bloomberg News, which obtained a copy of a draft opinion posted to the High Court's website. It has since been removed. The draft shows the justices ruling 6-3 to reinstate a lower court order that allowed Idaho hospitals to perform emergency abortions, despite the state's strict ban on the procedure. It's unclear if this is the justice's final decision. The court admitted to posting the document by mistake and said an official ruling will be issued in due course.
The court has just 2 more days to issue opinions on several major cases, including one with ties to Oregon. If the justices agree with the city of Grants Pass, cities could punish people for sleeping outside, even if no shelter is available. They're also set to rule on whether President Trump has immunity for certain acts that happened while he was in office and whether January 6th rioters obstructed Congress's business, which could overturn multiple convictions and upend current cases.
Good news tonight from Vancouver police. K9 Remy is home and recovering tonight. Remy was shot in the tail when 4 officers opened fire on Jonathan Nelson. Police say Nelson pointed a gun at them in the early morning hours of June 17th. They were responding to reports of a man threatening people with a gun in a McDonald's parking lot. Remy underwent surgery and was released from the hospital the following day, and you can see he's doing well.
Another school district in Oregon is considering a cell phone ban in classrooms. During a board meeting last night, North Clackamas School District discussed the purchase of Yonder pouches for 6th through 12th graders. As K2 has reported, Portland Public Schools is using those same pouches in a pilot program at Grant High School. Students put their phones inside before class, and a special key is needed to unlock them.
Kids shouldn't have to worry about anything over the summer, including where to get their next meal. That's why the Oregon Department of Education offers the Summer Food Service Program every year. Families with children between the ages of 1 and 18 can get nutritious meals at no cost. There are more than 450 sites across Oregon to get food from. The manager of ODE's Community Nutrition Program says this resource is easy to access.
The Summer Food Service Program is really great. The only criteria is you have to be between the ages of 1 and 18. There's not paperwork that families have to complete to be able to receive meals. Each site may be a little bit different with some of their site rules, but for the federal program, only ages 1 through 18 is the only requirement.
You can find a site near you by Googling Summer Site Finder and typing in your address. You can also text food or Kamada to the number 304304 or call 211.
22 million children rely on schools for their meals, but those meals can stop during the summer when school is not in session. You can help change that simply by scanning the QR code on your screen right now. K2's parent company, Sinclair Broadcast Group, is partnering with Feeding America to provide summer hunger relief to children and families across the country. Local donations will benefit the Oregon Food Bank. Just $1 can provide 10 meals for families in need. So again, scan the QR code on your screen or visit katu.com/cares to help.
Tonight, K2's on your side, getting you ready for what could be a major traffic headache. This weekend, ODOT is closing 4 miles of I-5 in both directions. Just south of Portland, it'll happen from 9 Friday night to 5 Monday morning. ODOT is using the time to replace the Southwest 26th Avenue overpass. For the exact closure location and detour routes, you can visit our website, katu.com.
This is happening right now, the 2024 NBA Draft. The Portland Trailblazers have the 7th pick of the first round. Less than an hour ago, ESPN reported the Blazers traded their 14th pick to the Washington Wizards. The Wizards will get forward Malcolm Brogdon and a 2029 pick as well. In return, the Blazers get forward Denid Avdia. You can watch the draft right now live on K2, followed by a special edition of K2 News.
And that's it for this digital edition of K2 News at 5. Thanks so much for joining us.
We'll be back with more news and weather right after the NBA Draft. Enjoy it. See you then.